the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Juana. So guys, today I'm going to be embroidering some cute Christmas tree ornaments and I can't wait to share it with you. These are samples of them. So I can't wait to start. So guys, let's get started. Okay, so these are the items that we are going to be using for this project. I'm going to be using fabric. These are the two pieces of fabric that I chose to. These are the designs which I printed from Embroidery Essentials. The fabric doesn't have to be plaid. I decided to use plaid. You can use plain fabric, like for example this one also. Also, I'm going to be using the hoops. And these hoops, I got them from Amazon. And also you're going to be using a glue gun, scissors. I'm going to be needing a marker or anything that marks fabric. In this case, I use a regular marker because you're going to see why later on. Of course, my hoop, I'm going to be using the 4x4 from Mighty Hoop, to be exact, 4.5 by 4.5. I'm going to be using the backing holder. For those who don't know what a backing holder is, this makes easy for me to do the hooping with the stabilizer. Also going to be using tear away stabilizer. These are optionals right here. I'm going to be using some cord to hang the ornaments. These round wood beads also are optional. I'm going to be using. I'm going to show you how easy that I'm going to be using them. And this is ribbon. I'm very lazy. I don't like to be doing any bows. So these bows are already pre-made. These are from the dollar store. These two things right here, these four things right here are from the dollar store. If you don't mind doing a bow, you can use a ribbon and make your own bow also. And I think this is everything for now. If I remember something later on, I will let you know, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is cut the fabric. I'm going to clear this out and we're going to start doing that, all right? The next thing to do is to cut your fabric. You can do a circle, you can do a square. It doesn't really matter, whatever makes it easier for you. Because like I said, at the end, we're going to trim the fabric around the little hoop. So what you're going to do is that we're going to use anything that you want to do a square around. I decided to do this plate. And then you're going to cut around it. It doesn't have to be exact because again, we're just going to trim the excess around anyway. Okay. So here's the hoop. This is the backing holder, the fabric. I don't need this anymore. This is a tearaway. I'm going to trim this down because I don't need it to be this big. So I'm gonna just trim it a little bit, actually a lot. Alright, so this is pretty simple and this helps a lot, especially when you're working with garments and you need to place this inside a sleeve or something. This helps a lot. Okay, it keeps it in place. You can, I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit more. All right, I don't need all this. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to place the fabric on top. Okay, and I'm going to just hoop it. That's it. Make sure that it's nice and flat, that you don't have any bumps in the middle or anything like that, okay? I am doing this for the first time with you guys. I've never done this before. I haven't practiced, okay? So I'm just doing it the first time with you. So that's why you see me going back and forth because, like I said, I've never done this before. I saw this tutorial and I loved it, and I decided to do this. And to give you an idea, this is one of the designs up close. It's kind of tiny. This is Snoopy. This is the way it's gonna go. Okay, this is, like I said, a 4.2 by 4.2. I think I said before 4.5, but it's actually 4.25. It's perfect. If you're going to use the Ricoma hoop, you can use the C, which is a 4.3 by 4.3, and it's perfect for this project also. Ricoma has a smaller hoop, which is the B size, but I found that was way too small. For this, it was very, very close. You know, this is more comfortable for me. Once you're done with your backing holder, guys, remember to remove it. I've been known to leave it on more than once, but I would suggest for you to remove it because you don't want to mess up your machine. This can, I mean, it can get off in the middle of your embroidery and it can just create a whole mess. So make sure you remove your backing holder, okay? The next thing for me to do is to take this to the embroidery machine. So I already have everything set up on my machine. I have already the design on the hoop C, which is closer to my mighty hoop. And I always choose the hoop that is closer to the mighty hoop. So you can also use the other when you come to the hoop. Let's say I have this here. Some people use other. And what it does is just, you know, in the beginning, you won't see color or the design, but eventually you will see it. I like just using the closer hoops to my Ricoma because that way I can see the image from the beginning. So like I said, I'm going to be using the hoop C on this one. I'm going to say, okay. And it adjusts. And that's a hoop C, all right? I was trying the hoop B. That's why you saw it on B first, but it was too close for me. I didn't like it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go escape. And I have already all my colors in there. So, you know, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and escape. So let's take this into the machine. I'm going to make sure that I have enough bobbin thread. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to more or less place this in the middle. I'm using these little holes in here from the hoop and give me more or less an idea. It doesn't have to be exact because remember this is just a piece of fabric which you can manipulate when you put it on the hoop to center it in place. Okay. I'm going to follow the cross that is printed in here. So I'm going to center this. For those who follow my channel, you've seen me done this many times. Looks good. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. I always trace it without moving this down first, just in case it's too close to the hoop. I don't want this to hit the frame. So once I saw that it cleared, then I take it down to a closer look. And it looks like I'm clear. Okay. That is a way of protecting your machine. All right. So let me take this. Let's get started, people. Okay, so I moved the camera down for you to have a closer look. So let's get started. Let me cut this thread in here. I don't like when I see threads like that. I don't like them to be embroidered on top of the embroidery. I don't like it. Okay, so let's continue. Again, I don't like this little thread in here that it belongs here. Here we go again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this embroidery a little bit faster, and I'm going to play some background music, and I'll see you at the end when it's done, okay? Okay guys, so this is done. I'm gonna take it off and then we're gonna go to the next step, which is placing them on the small hoop. All right, it came out beautiful, very nice. So the thing that I'm gonna be using for this part is the cord to hang the ornament, the hoop, scissors, the design that I already embroidered, and these fingertips protectors because I'm gonna be using the hot gun, and these are the hot glue gun right here, and the bead that I showed you earlier. And these parts again, these are optionals. I found a ribbon that I forgot that I had, so I created a very ugly bow with that ribbon, but it's just to give you an idea what you can do with a nice bow. This is just, you know, an okay bow. All right, so you have two options. You can either hoop it like this with no backing, just like that, which is nothing bad with that. You know, you can just hoop it and then glue the rest around and you're done. But I decided to do a backing for it, and so I cut another circle. In your case, if you use a square, it's the same thing. I cut a smaller one, okay, so that I can cover that part. And the way that I will do it is that I will trim it around also. I'm going to be using this to give me an idea how much I need to trim around, okay? So this is pretty good like this, okay? I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to place the hoop on the back like this. Make sure that it's centered, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get you a little bit closer so you can get a closer look to what I'm doing. This is a little bit better, okay? Yeah, so I make sure that this is centered in the hoop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and open the hoop. This hoop is pretty easy to open, okay? And then you're gonna hoop it. You're gonna hoop it like you hoop the regular embroidery hoop. No difference, okay? All right, and it's gonna look like this. Make sure that everything is stretched out, nice and tight. And then you're gonna tie the hoop. You're gonna hold the screw at the end and you're gonna tie it as much as you can tie the hoop. Pretty similar to a regular embroidery hoop. I have this little screwdriver here. It's gonna help me tie it more. I like it very tight because I want to make sure that it's not gonna come off. So now that I have it like this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trim the excess fabric that I don't need. And some people leave it raw like this, which it looks pretty cute also with this like that. I'd rather glue it, but you can do that also. The one that we place on the back should be shorter than the one on the front, and you're gonna see why. Okay. So now I'm gonna continue trimming the outside. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue it. The glue gun that I have, the glue that I got, it says extra clear. I don't think it's extra clear. So, you know, I'm gonna do my best so it doesn't show too much of the glue. but I just want to show you the process to it. And you might be better than me using a glue gun. Sometimes I use too much glue and I make a mess. Hopefully it will not happen this time. So then I'm gonna folliarize this to make sure that I have enough coverage and also that it's not too long. I might need to trim it a little bit more around here, just a little bit more. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place glue around the fabric and on the hook, and I'm gonna glue it like this. And it's gonna look nice and neat like that, you see? So let's do this process. I'm gonna go through this process and I'm gonna do it on a fast forward so that you know, it doesn't take too long. So yeah, I'm gonna protect my fingers because I don't want to get burned with the hot glue. So I first place some glue here, and I'm gonna take it with you know, like sections. I'm not gonna do it all at once. Okay. And I'm gonna fold it and hold it in place. For a couple of seconds. That's it, you know, just to make sure that it's glued. And the reason why I do it little section by little sections is because when you do it around at once, the glue is gonna get cold and you're not gonna get a good result. Okay. So I'm gonna go and do it around, and I'm gonna meet you at the end when I'm done. Okay. Okay, so I am done here. I'm just taking off all the excess glue. Sometimes I am messy with a glue gun. So yeah. So later on, I'm just gonna clear a little bit. It comes off easily, the ones that I already did, but this is the idea, that you have the clean space in here, same fabric, without the little hairs of glue. And it's clean. And it looks like this. Okay? Nice and clean. All right? So now we're gonna do the next part, which is gonna include also using the glue gun. Let me just get rid of all the little pieces of glue from the table. You know that I like working in a clean space. I don't like messes. Okay, so the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the cord. Let me take this off. And let me make sure that I'm recording. Okay, so I'm going to tie the end part of it, and this part, you can make it as long as or as short as you prefer. You know, I don't like it too long, but I don't like it too short either. So I'm just gonna tie it at the end. And you can use a ribbon, you can use this cord, you know, whatever, you know, looks good with your design. I like the cord First of all, because it was from the $1.25 store. And number two, because it goes with the plaid design, kind of like it looks nice together. I make sure that I make a knot that is doesn't left there's no leftover, you know, just like that. And later on, I'm gonna glue the ends anyway. So, and then you're gonna find a way of doing it so that you're gonna take it through here, this part in here, and you got this. Okay, you're gonna put it through this hole in here. Okay. Sometimes like I said, guys, this is my first time doing this. And then I'm gonna do some other ones at the end. I'm gonna show you other ones that I'm gonna complete. So I'm gonna make 4 of them. So I think this is the way it goes. Sometimes I have a hard time. Yeah, it's the other way. From the back to the front, because I don't want that knot to look to be seen in the front of the hoop. I want it from the back. Okay. And that's exactly the way it's knotted. It's from the front to the back. Okay. You have it like this with the knot up top, and then you're gonna pass it through here like that. And the idea is that the knot is gonna be facing the back. Okay, like that. And then what I do, you can leave it like that, or you can glue this down in here, which is what I'm gonna do, because I want it to be looking flat like that. So I'm gonna put my finger thingy, which I don't know what the name of it is. And I'm going to glue it to the back. Okay. Like this. Gonna hold it for a second, a couple of seconds in there. And it's glued to the back like that. Okay? Very simple. And it looks nice and clean from the front. Now at this point, you can leave it like this. It looks cute. You can hang it like this, no issues. Of course, after you clean the back from all the extra glue, if you have any like me, which I'm gonna do later on. It's not that bad though. Or you have the choice of adding the bead and the bow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add the bow. It's like this. Hopefully you're gonna be able to make a prettier bow than I did. It's not that bad, isn't it? It's okay to get the idea, right? And I'm gonna glue the bow in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, place some glue in here. And I'm gonna glue it to the wood part, the wooden part in between the wooden part or this part in here. Because I wanna hide this. The whole idea is to hide the hardware. I don't want it to be, you know, the center of the hoop, you see? And then I'm gonna hold it in here for a couple of seconds. Okay, and it's gonna look like this. If you want, you can put some extra glue. I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know if it's gonna stick to the metal, but I'm gonna try. Guys, like I say, I had not this done before. I just watched a tutorial or a person doing it, and so I decided to do it too. And I'm gonna hold it like this. Just for a couple of seconds. Okay, so there's your bow right here. And again, you can go ahead and leave it like that, or you can add the bead. The bead is gonna be on the top, you'll see. Oh, this is looking so cute. I like it. I really do. This ribbon, I had it for a long time and I completely forgot, and I found it after I was describing the things that I was gonna use. It has some wire on it, so the wire make it look nice and, you know, and like that. So it was okay to make it. Okay, All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the bead. Make sure that the bead that you have a big hole in the middle, big enough for you to put the ribbon through it or the cord through it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to put this through here. I think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, we went through nicely. Very nice. All these things like the cord and the bead and the other bow that is black and white that I showed you in the beginning, I got it from the $1.25 store, okay? And this is the way it's gonna look. Of course, I'm gonna make sure that this is it's not gonna be coming off, so I'm gonna glue it to the bottom, just to make sure that it's not gonna be moving. And when I'm storing for next year, the bead is not gonna come off, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place a little bit of glue around it on the bottom of the bead, just a little bit. You don't want a big mess of glue. You just want to secure it, okay? And then I'm gonna push it down. All this glue hair all over the place. I'm just holding it down to make sure that it's gonna attach to the thing. And it's dry. And this is it, people. Look at how beautiful. This is the back. This is the front. And I love it. What do you think, people? I think that is looking amazing. Let me see you have a good view. I'm gonna place it closer here. And I'm gonna get a bigger view. How's that? Is that big enough? Yeah, I think that's too big. Smaller. Okay, that's better. So this is it, people. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna embroider 3 more, and I'm gonna meet with you at the end, and I'm gonna show you all the other ones that I finished. I love the way they came out, my first time working on this. And this is the one that I embroidered, that I show you how I did it. This is the back of it. This is the front. And then I added these other ones. They are all personalized. These are the perfect gift for Christmas and the perfect decoration item for your home. It's also an alternative for sales if you are selling items for Christmas. And yeah, so guys, I think this is everything for now. If you have any questions about this project, go ahead and ask those questions down on the description box. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. I will see you soon with new content. Thank you for spending this time with me. And also, don't forget to click the thumb up on your way out, okay? Bye-bye. Hasta luego.